Okay.
That's awesome.
Now, if my Xbox 360 Xbox Live name is the Maxim, but the A is a 4 and the 1 is a...
Because I'll be honest, I was getting emails like, oh, his last name, he's got his Mac, he'd set it up as Maxim. I didn't know that was a real last name.
That's my real last name.
Damn.
Yeah, family last name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your dad was a Maxim, his dad was a Maxim.
You got it.
His dad.
And I'm the last Maxim, so at some point I'm going to have to stop playing video games and find a wife so I can continue the legacy. Maybe.
Alright, I want to talk about the tester a little bit more. Just a couple things. There's not too many characters on that show, but just a couple thoughts. War Princess, are her eyes really that huge all the time? Because Christ, she looks like...
I think a lot of it was the way she does her makeup. I think it was all in the makeup.
And Big Physique, is he just trolling the entire show on purpose? Because I can tell. Look, I troll shit. That guy is trolling. He doesn't actually think that way. He's trolling.
He's an actor as well. And so I think probably yes.
Hell of a job.
Yeah, I think him and I both got along, first of all. We were hanging out behind the scenes, you know, buddy. He's from New York, he's a good guy. And I think he's a lot like me. Like, he's got an ego, he has a huge personality. And, you know, he was just kind of there doing his thing. You know, people were calling me out for being a tester, but I really just kind of did this for publicity. You know, and obviously it worked. Because people are out there talking about me and I'm in the media, so I obviously did something right.
I'm not the only guy that thinks that you are one of the most interesting guys on the tester. I know Kotaku and Joystick were talking about you.
Awesome. Hopefully it wasn't all hate.
No, actually they said basically the same things I did.
Cool.
As far as Big Physique saying he owned every console, that is complete bullshit. Right? Because he never owned a Pippin.
Did you?
No motherfucker ever owned a Pippin.
I don't even know what my first system was an Atari. I got handed out from me.
Right.
I have no idea what a Pippin is.
Apple put out a video game system. 95.
Stig actually called them on that because if you guys saw it.
Oh, that was funny when he said, you and Dr. Moon. I was like, oh no.
Exactly.
I worked on that.
Exactly. But in his defense, if you saw his cast video, I don't know how he ever got laid. Although clearly he gets plenty of game. He does get laid. I've never seen a video catalog like that. I mean, he literally probably could trade all his video games in it and buy a mansion. Like, I just never seen so many video games.
Who else? You know, the problem is a lot of people don't stand out too much. Like, there's a lot of people that, well, Samurai was cool, but...
Samurai was actually my favorite.
He really lived up to the moniker as far as the way he spoke and the way he acted.
I'm saying, he is the truest gamer on that show. I think he should have won. If I could pick who won, I would have said Samurai, because when it comes to it, he is the truest gamer that was on that show.
Oh, good, another character, Mo Chocolate. Did that guy dance as much as I think that guy danced for no reason?
He was dancing the entire show.
See, I love that. See,
I don't think he stopped dancing.
That's cool.
He's just dance.
Just like, oh, like this, or did he just do all kinds of stuff?
A lot of that.
Now, see, I didn't see enough of that. I want to see more of that.
Yeah. He was always dancing.
I can't think of anything. It's like a lot of people kind of, I don't want to say generic, but like Fantasy Girl didn't do a lot. It was kind of generic. Right. Did a lot of characters. Scooter, kind of generic.
Yeah.
And no personal offense, but this is the way it's produced, so this is the way I'm going to call it.
Yeah, call it as you see it. And
that's
what I told him. I said, hey, I'm going to call it as I see it.
There's like, you got 5 minutes of show, and then 24 minutes of challenge, and then next week this happens.
Yeah.
So I'm trying, in my recaps, I'm trying to do the best I can, but, you know, it's...
I thought the challenges could have been a little cooler. I mean, when I first got there and it was a trivia, I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, I wanted to play some video games. You know what I mean? Like, trivia? I was like,
well, I don't know about, you know, they want to make it interesting. It's hard to show video games as a spectator sport.
Yeah, that's true.
On the other hand, you know,
well,
you could have gotten more of them.
I could have played some paintball, you know what I mean? Something like laser tag, paintball, I don't know. I mean, trivia.
You could have gotten more of them, right? You know. I'm just,
and honestly, I mean, I got called out because there were some points when the whole name was revealed. I didn't want to be that guy. I was like, obviously I can read, I know what it says, and I didn't want to be calling it out just because it was there. I mean,
but it's there, you might as well.
Yeah, I probably should have.
You're already beaten at that point.
Yeah, I know.
Is there anything you'd like to be asked? Like things that you don't often
like to be asked?
Yeah.
I mean, I can't think of anything in particular. I mean, I like to do the behind the scenes after the show interview just so people can see that, hey, I'm not a douchebag. I'm not always walking around with a pop collar and always like all frat boyed out. I do play games other than Madden and Halo. So I don't know, man. I mean, I guess whatever you or any of the guys you work with are interested, or you think anyone in the video game world would be interested, you know, I'm pretty much open to answer anything. I can't think of anything that I really want to be asked, you know, so much. I'm just...
Jessica's not a Scientologist, is she?
Why do you ask that?
Well, because basically one of my running jokes is that she has thinking powers that allow her to victory. Because when they introduced her...
It's very possible.
When she introduced herself, she says she's a level 14. And if I didn't know they referred to trophy level, I thought she's an operating thief level 14. She's been on the fucking...
I'm going to have to call Uncle Tom Cruise and ask him that. Quite possibly. Quite possibly.
All right, because...
I can neither confirm nor deny.
All right. It's been an absolute pleasure having you here. I hope you enjoy the rest of the event. Max1m from the Tester, you can watch the Tester every Tuesday when the PlayStation Store updates. And it's a show.
Yes.
The winner gets a...
rather entertaining.
Well, there's a 3D television at the end. You could win a 3D...
freaking awesome 3D television. Awesome. That was my...
Is it legitimately an awesome television?
It was legitimately like, I want one in my room.
Damn.
Like, I have a 32-inch Samsung, and I was like, I need a 65-inch TV now.
You know they come from the same factory, Sony's and Samsung's?
Well, just 3D TVs are pretty...
Oh, 3D TVs. Yeah.
It was a very nice television. Gran Turismo 5, that was my other favorite thing.
So you got to play that?
Oh yeah.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, and it wasn't just, you know, with the little joystick. I mean, we had the whole rig and like...
What wheel? Because there's a few wheels out there. Was it the Gran Turismo wheel?
No, it was the actual, like, the car you sit in. Like,
Shut the fuck
up. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Because I can't play a video game with a little joystick pedal, like, because I grew up on Cruising USA. Like, old school Cruising USA. So
you play that on the N64 with one hand? Because you could totally do that if you played automatic. One hand, you can randomly go like...
I'm not sure if I ever played that on 64. I don't think
it wasn't that good.
I'm actually in the arcade. That's the only way I can do it. I need to have the whole car, you know?
Alright. That did look like a sweet setup.
It wasn't bad.
Alright.
It wasn't bad.
Well, thanks for the interview. It's a pleasure. Check out Max1m the Tester on episode 1 because he got eliminated in the first episode and everyone else sucks. Just kidding. Alright. Thank you.
Alright, man.